In a class of 80 students, 3/4 study biology and 3/5 study physics. If each student studied at least one of the subjects, the 3 questions asked to answer here is Roman 1. Draw a Venn diagram to represent this information. Roman 2, how many students study both subjects? And Roman 3, we asked to find the fraction of the class that study biology but not physics. These are the 3 questions I will attempt to answer now. Solution to this. So starting with the very first question, I'm asked to represent this information on a Venn diagram. So Venn diagram look like this. I have a rectangle to represent the entire set, the larger set, that is the universal set. In this case it is the class. And I have number of elements, so number of students in that class is 80. So n of universal set is 80. I have 2 other set of those that study biology, denoted by letter B and represented by this cycle, and set of those that study physics, denoted by letter P and represented by this cycle. Of course, there is going to be intersection between biology and physics. So this is the Venn diagram, but it's not complete. I have to get the elements here in each region. But first I have to get how many study biology, because here it says 3/4 study biology. 3/4 of the total population of the class, which is 80. So number of those that study biology will now going to be 3/4, the fraction that study biology, times the total population of the class, which is 80. This give answer 60. So this entire cycle is going to be 60. Those that study biology. I'll also get those that study physics. So those that study physics is 3/5 of the population of the class. So I have 3/5 multiplied by 80, which is the population of the class. This give answer 48. So 48 in total study physics. Look at it. So I'll move again. This region is those that study both subjects, which I'm asking question Roman 2. So I'll let that to be X, or this very region. I'll start with this very region, the intersection of the 2 sets. X is number of those that study biology at the same time they study physics, so let it be X. So I'm going to use this to get those that study biology alone. I'm going to use this to find those that study physics alone. Those that study biology, remember, complete, they are 60. So to get those that study biology only, I will remove from 60 those that study physics at the same time. So this will give 60 minus X. Subtracting X from 60 will give you those that study biology only. Now this is the same here. Those that study physics only. The total those that study physics is 48, but some study biology at the same time. So if I remove those study biology from 48 to give me those that study physics only, so I have 48 minus X. I don't have anybody outside these 2 cycles, because it says if each student studies at least one of the subjects. So there is nobody in this class that did not study either biology or physics. So nobody outside the 2 cycles. So with this I have answered question Roman 1. My Venn diagram is now complete. I'll move question Roman 2, that I'm asked to find those that study both subjects, meaning this value of X. So to get this, I will now write the equation for the entire population of the class. The entire population, remember, is 80. So this entire population will now be those that study biology only, plus those that study biology and physics, plus those that study physics only. If I add these 3 groups, it will give me total population of the class. So I can continue now. I have 60 minus X, that is those that study biology only, plus x, those that study the two subjects, plus 48 minus x, those that study physics only. So I continue, but the total population is given as 80. So I have 80. Expanding this bracket and collecting like terms, 60 plus 48 will now be 108. Minus x plus x minus x will give finally minus x. So there I continue taking x to this side and 80 to this side. We will now have x as 28. So those that study both subjects is now going to be 28. So question number B, or question Roman 2, has been answered also. I'll continue. Question number 3. Question number 3, Roman 3, says find the fraction of the class that study biology but not physics. Biology but not physics simply refers to biology only. So let me get those that study biology only. So biology only, which is represented by 60 minus x, but the x is 28. So I'm going to have 60 minus 28. That answer will be 32. So 32 will now be those that study biology only. So to get the fraction of those that study biology only, meaning biology but not physics, I'll simply take 32 divided by the total population, meaning total population is 80. So 32 divided by 80. This is the fraction. Only I can reduce it to simplest form. There I'll have 2 over 5. 16 in 32 is 2. 16 in 80 is going to be 5. So with this I have answered those 3 questions. So let me see the mark distribution according to the Waec marking scheme for this very question. The mark distribution is as follows. There is going to be bonus 2 marks for the Venn diagram correctly. If all those entries are correct, you have the 2 marks, but if some are wrong, you have minus half, maybe probably for each of them that is wrong. But if all are correct, you have the bonus 2 marks there. The next mark is when you form this equation correctly, you have method 1 mark. Then solving that equation correctly, you have another method 1 mark. And getting x, that is the number of students that study both correctly, as 28, you have accuracy 1 mark, A1. And then for the fraction of those study physics, biology but not physics, putting 32 over 80, you have method 1 mark. And simplifying it to simplest form, you have the accuracy 1 mark if you have 2 over 5. So this question 6A, in total there are 7 marks according to the Waec marking scheme.